So in this video we're looking at some of the solvent based paints and what you can do with them. Now I'm using the Pebeo paints for this demonstration, mostly because they have the widest range of paints, but you can do similar stuff with any make of solvent based glass paint. Now this is your normal range of transparent colours, but the first thing to notice is that these three aren't transparent. White and black, never transparent. That's your gold. You'll also notice that some of them are very dark. That is actually a dark blue. But up here you can see I've lightened it with a bit of clear. So first thing, you can add clear to your paints to make them lighter. Now just using transparent paints, you get a sample sheet here. We can do different things with them. Obviously we can blend them on the glass, and that's something we do quite a bit. Let me just move that forward slightly. So here's an orange. Put that on. I can blend it with a bit of red at the side. Just put the red on, then encourage the two to meet. Or we can push one into the other. Or we can put bits of red around. Like that. And then get our orange and drop it in between. So that's blending the paints on the glass or on whatever you're working on. Obviously best on flat. That should give a nice finish. Okay, we'll leave that to dry. Just make sure I get to the edges there. Not that it's totally important. I did say earlier the white wasn't transparent, and for that reason you get quite a nice effect with the white. Doing the same as we just did with the red and orange. And dropping one colour into another. Let's go back to that orange. And this, hopefully, will be quite a nice effect. I don't want to mix the paints up in the pot, so I'll put the paint on first. And just tease it to make sure it's all covered. You can see rather an interesting effect there. Almost marbly. Now, apart from just blending your transparent colours, Pebeo in particular do other solvent based paints. This is Fantasy Prismy, and somewhere here I have some Fantasy Moons, and these give a eggshell look when they're dried. Actually, let's start off with the peach. This could be just a bit of a horrible colour combination. Just believe me, it does work blending one with the other. You can use them just as they are, solid, if you want, or you can blend one colour with another, rather like the transparent, to give different effects. Now again, we'll leave that to dry just to see what effects it ends up with. So that's another effect. All of these paints mix because they're the same base. Let me just show you with the Fantasy Prism. Again, perhaps not the best colour combination. Again, it will dry to give that special eggshell type effect. The amount of time you leave between putting one colour and the next colour in will make a difference. And if you have a look over here, or let me move it here, you can see these koi carp pieces I did some time ago. Can't quite see that one. And they are a mixture of Fantasy Prism, Fantasy Moon and the transparent paints, all in the same area. Now that can seem like a lot of paint to buy. So if you don't want to buy all that, I suggest you buy yourself a nice range of transparent colours, and then in the Fantasy Prism, just get this one, which is the honeycomb effect. That's the honeycomb effect. It is actually white, gives a nice effect on its own, but it can be mixed with any of the other transparent colours to give a pearlised effect. So here's one I've taken the green gold transparent, mixed it 50-50 with the honeycomb. Here's deep blue, and I've mixed that 50-50 with the honeycomb. Let's see. Oops. You can see that gives a really nice pearlised effect. So rather than buying lots and lots of different paints, you can start off by getting the transparent ones, mixing them with just the honeycomb Prism paint, and you'll have a whole another set of paints. I'll show you the green gold I did as well. Obviously you'll need some suitable pots for mixing them in. And yet again, because they're the same base, I could drop, oh, this really is a bad colour combination, but never mind. I can drop it in with the other paints. And get myself even more effects. Finally, if you want, you can just mix the transparent paints together to get new colours. I managed to get the top off this one. This is one I mixed up myself, very light colour, and it was a flesh type colour, which I used for some faces. I think it might have even been Father Christmas's face. So you can see with these solvent based paints, as long as the paint has the same base, which it's usually best to stick to the same manufacturer, you can mix and match them to get all sorts of different effects. You can mix them on your work by blending, or you can pre-mix them in a spare bottle to make up different pearls and to make different colours. So don't think you're stuck with the paint you've bought. Get yourself some mixing pots, and if you haven't got any mixing pots, we'll blend on the glass. I hope you find that useful. We'll do the same thing with the thicker water-based paint, slightly different techniques. And in the meantime, you can see from a piece like this how you can use the different. I've got pearl on there, pearl colours made up, black and white transparent, red transparent, gold, and the pearl. Pick out different bits using different type paints. If you want to know more about the Pebeo solvent-based glass paints and other solvent-based glass paints, we do have specific reviews for different makes on the site and on our YouTube channel. So please do take a look at those. Happy crafting!